guys, it's Dawn from Let's Make a Mess today. How are you doing? So today we're going to go ahead and review some books that I've been reading, and I didn't like any of them too much, but let's review them and we'll talk about it and we'll see why, and I'd like to know what you think below. So let's start with this Stephen King. So I read this over the Halloween season, which it's in November now, so we're getting into the fall Thanksgiving season, but I wanted to read something scary. And I love a good Stephen King. I haven't read Stephen King in a long time, but I decided to pick him up again because I found this at a thrift store. All of these, you guys, all of these are thrifted books, by the way. So anyway, I thought, well, let me go ahead and read it. Now, Stephen King to me is I describe Stephen King as the Norman Rockwell of horror. I don't know if anybody ever else has ever said that. I'm sure they have, because his writing he writes in such a way that he takes you back nostalgically, kind of like that nostalgia of Norman Rockwell, with everybody sitting around the turkey, with the t-shirts and the ducktail hairdos for the guys and the old cars and stuff. And he's just got that way of writing that, think of Stand By Me, the movie, the way they got along, the time frames and that. So Stephen, and his descriptions, that he just, to me, is the Norman Rockwell of horror. Anyway, so I can't explain it any better than that. So to me, that's really enjoyable in reading him. I love reading him. However, and he's got a particular formula that he uses. It goes along, it goes along, it goes along. It's interesting, it's descriptive, it keeps your attention, it's wonderful, and then at the end, it starts getting weird, like ants crawl out of people's noses or some weird shit. That's just how Stephen King is, and I love him for that. However, I'm realizing the older I get, the more that, oh gosh, I think they're gonna start mowing the lawn next door now. Lovely. Anyway, the older I get, the more I find it's really not something that I'm into. So I'm gonna go ahead and I rated this a 3.0. It's like Stephen King. It's his classical type of writing style. It's perfect for Stephen King. I love his writing style, but to me, I guess it's just the storyline that's not my thing anymore. And this one, The Pear's Apartment, this is really interesting because she wrote the guest list, and I don't think that I liked the guest list. I didn't look back. Yeah, they're going to mow now. Sorry. I didn't look back to see okay, I gave the guest list a 2.5, and I gave this one a 3.0. And I have a feeling that she does these lists, and this is kind of like her formula. So I wasn't a big fan of this. It's got the socialite, the nice guy, the alcoholic, the girl on the verge, and the concierge. Everyone's a neighbor, everyone's a suspect, and everyone knows something they're not telling. See You in Paris. Sounds like something you would love. Unfortunately, I don't love this formula, so I wasn't drawn into it, so there's that. All right, the next one, The Northern Spy, this is a 3.5. This is a Reese Witherspoon as well. The guest list on here is a Reese Witherspoon too. So I usually like her books. This one I gave a 3.5. I did love the history that was in this book. The producer at a BBC and mother to a new baby, Tessa, is at work in Belfast one day when the news of another air raid comes on the air. Okay, I have to tell you, I'm going to admit my ignorance about the IRA and everything that went on or goes on in Ireland. But this really did give you some good insights into what the life is like there during these raids and stuff. But it's really good. So it's historical in that way. The truth was Marion comes like, oh, okay. So I get it. Her sister is involved. I remember now. Her sister is involved in the IRA, and she doesn't know it. And I'm not going to tell you much more about it, but in that, I loved the relationship between the sisters. It was very good, and the amount of history that's involved here was very good. So I would read this one. I would suggest, out of all the books today, that I would definitely pick this one up if you see it. I actually had two of these books. I noticed, so I put one in one of the libraries in the neighborhood, and I'll put this one in another library in the neighborhood. But anyway, so I gave that one a 3.5. But the history and the writing was really good. Okay, so this one, this lady is winner of the Pulitzer Prize. I saw this sitting in a thrift store forever and ever, so I finally picked it up. She has written quite a few things. She's very prolific, as you can see. Her writing style is chef's kiss. This lady knows how to write. It's beautiful. However, I'm the kind of reader that if you keep pounding certain details into me over and over and over again, you lose me. You have to trust that your reader heard you the first or second time. You don't have to keep drilling it into personally me, because I feel at that point that it's just words, a word count. You're trying to make your word count because you've said it already. And that drives me crazy. However, she's got a beautiful writing style. It's very, I want to say floral, it's just gorgeous. It's really beautiful. But again, I could find myself skipping through it because this almost read to me like it would be a great play. Okay, this would be a great play. And I kept thinking of Waiting for Godot when I was reading this, only in that Waiting for Godot is one of those that you're like, oh my God, for real, we're just going to stand here, two guys waiting, We were just waiting to see what was going to happen with the kid Danny in this. It didn't really leave the house that they were in, but it did take you back to the original owners, and then the grandparents, then their parent, and then the kids. So there was generational information and history here, but to me, I don't know if I would pick up another one of her books. I might. This one's not that long, but I mean, really, it's not. I try to stay around 400 pages, and this one was only 357, but it felt a lot longer. I'm just going to say that. So I actually gave this one 2.5. Oh, it's a leaf blower next door. They're gardeners. Okay, so anyway, so we're going to wrap it up. That's it for this one. I've got some good books coming that I'm reading right now. So anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. We're going to be doing a Fatty Patty really soon. I keep saying that, but I do like to get the books that I've read out there for some of you that were part of my book club that want to talk about books. So if you've read any of these, let me know what you think. And what's your guys' take on Stephen King? As you've aged, do you find it's not as entertaining to you anymore? Or, what's your take? All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for listening. Sorry about the leaf blower over there, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys. Love you. Be well. See you soon.